It's Ashley with Going Crochet, and today I am doing yet another featured pattern designer of the month. So this month we are going to go over some MellyInspired crochet patterns. I've been enjoying Melly's patterns since her Samba pattern came out, which is one of her beginning patterns. I'm not sure if it was her first pattern, but it was pretty up there in her patterns when she first started pattern designing. So I'm really excited to talk about Melly and her patterns because I've made her Samba elephant pattern probably like 6 times, 7 times now, because I love this pattern so much. I always try to have at least one at a market if I'm able to. Just so you guys know, my dog Fred, he just had some surgery and he's sitting here with me. He's not allowed to jump up and down. So if I turn around really fast, it's because I'm making sure he's not trying to jump. So just be aware of that while I'm doing this video. You might see me like turn around real quick or something because I'm keeping an eye on him. We are hanging out on the couch today together because I want him to heal quickly. All right, so before I get into some patterns, let's go. Oh, you're okay, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi. Do you want to come in front of me? Here comes here. Go sit there. You're such a good boy. We're just gonna make an adjustment for Fred. Okay, sit. Sit down. Need help? Oh, okay, there you go, baby. Oh, I know. Is that better? All right. Sorry, I had to make that adjustment for Fred so he can be nice and comfortable. So I might be a little further away from you, but I'm still here with you guys. And Fred is here too, and Trekker's over here too. You guys can't see him because I don't have a tripod anymore for my camera, so I have to use my little new chair that I have, and I have it stuck in there a funny way. So you can't see like pretty like lower down like you usually could before, but this is what we're working with now. So let's just go ahead and continue on with the video. Before I show you guys my items that I have with me handmade specifically for this video, I do have a couple items that I have made prior to, and they have gone to their forever homes, and I didn't have time to make more. So I wanted to show you guys the pictures of those and talk about them before we go any further with the handmade stuff I have in front of me right now. So the first pattern, I'm gonna put it right here, was Pamphilo the jalapeno. And he was so cute. He is actually a free pattern on her Instagram that you can make. He's so funny because he has that little mustache, he has that sombrero, and he's a jalapeno with his little dangly legs. I think he is just the cutest thing ever. Quick, easy pattern. At my first market, someone saw him and fell in love with him, so I definitely need to make more of them. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But he was really fun, quick, and cute to make. You can make him with a sombrero, without a sombrero, with a mustache, without, whatever you want to do to adjust him, but he was pretty cool, so I had to put him in here. The other pattern right here, and this was Cullen the Sleepy Koala. I actually was able to pattern test this for Melly, and he was so sweet. He turned out a pretty good size, and he was a lot of fun to make. He was along with those sleepy animal patterns that I just personally love that Melly does. They're like my favorites. And so he also sold pretty quickly at one of my markets, and so I was unable to have him here to show you guys, but I did want to represent him and let you guys see something that I made. Now we are going to move on to 7 items, or technically 8, but one of them is like a combo that I have made recently so I could represent Melly in this video. So let's go ahead. This is another free pattern. I'm gonna go over a couple free patterns before we go into anything else. This was a free pattern, and this is Panchito the pumpkin, and so it's this little dangly legged pumpkin. This is the son of the two pumpkins. Super cute. I was going through this pattern so quickly. I got so excited and closed him up and realized I hadn't put his eyes in, but I made him little eyes, and I actually kind of like the little eyes that I put in there, just embroidered in myself. So cute, so simple. You can advance this pattern just like the jalapeno. You can add a little sombrero to him, you can add a mustache, and there is a bigger version of him. I just chose to do the smaller version. And very cute, simple, very quick pattern to make. Wonderful pattern to make if you are working off some scrap yarns. Very quick, easy, fun, cute, and is gonna be great for the fall season. Another free pattern off of her Instagram is this puffer fish. So this is a no-sew puffer fish. I just use the Hobie yarn, and it's that candy yarn, so it has those speckles. I thought it'd be cool to add kind of the speckled look to give it the spiky look, but I really enjoyed the way she created these stitches versus the typical bobble stitch that you see on a pattern. This is a different type of stitch that she used, and I really liked that effect that it gave. It's a little bit more spiky looking, and less bulky. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I like the little tail that this guy has as well. So I thought this one was really fun to make as well. She also has a ton other free patterns available on her Instagram. I just didn't get around to making any more of those. I just made those 3 free ones. And so now we're getting into her patterns you can purchase off of her Etsy. And so the first one I'm going to go over, I guess I will go over the classic, the one I've made many of, and this is Samba, the sleepy elephant. And isn't Samba just so sweet? I just love the body shape of it. I love that it's a sleepy little elephant. I love that it sits on its own, has this big old bum, has the little trunk poking up. I just love this elephant. This was actually one of the patterns when I first started buying patterns, because I always would either get free patterns or try to work it out on my own before purchasing patterns, until this was one of the first patterns where I really started diving into purchasing other designers' patterns and going into that world of pattern collecting. Not only am I yarn collecting, I'm pattern collecting, and this was one of those first patterns that I purchased, and I was so happy that I did, because look how sweet this little elephant is. I've made this in multiple colors, and look how cute those little dangly legs are. Great pattern. Like I said, this one I try to have at least one at every market, and I have made quite a few of these. So I am very in love and happy with this pattern. Definitely a must-have in your collection, because I feel like elephants and cows are one of those patterns that you can just have 15 of and do them all, and they're gonna all be very popular. Those seem to be some of the animals that you can do multiples of for each market, and they go well. The next pattern I'm going to show you guys is Valentina, and Valentina is this sweet doll. I love this, and it has an elephant hat. How cute is that? She has beautiful hair, a cute little crop top and skirt, and she's just so sweet. I loved making this doll. You can do a version of her without the elephant on the hat. You can do like a strawberry top version, or just like a ball beanie cap version, and she's just so sweet. You can change up her hair, make it different colors. You can really customize this doll to look like someone that you know. So this would be a great one to do for a person that was maybe looking for a gift for their daughter and they wanted to match it up to the daughter's favorite colors, their hairstyle, all of that, eye color, all of that stuff to really personalize this and make it something super sweet. Could also shorten the hair if it's a shorter haired girl, etc. So I just loved this pattern. I thought this was so sweet, and she's been hanging out with me for a little while because I did know I wanted to represent her for Melly, and so I have not been bringing her to my markets. I think once I do start bringing her to my markets, she's gonna go pretty fast. So I didn't want to bring her until I featured Melly's patterns, and so she will go to the next market with me, and we'll see how long she lasts. I don't think she's gonna last very long with me, but she's so cute and I love her. I use Sweet Snuggles Light for her as well, and she's just so soft and cuddly and lovable, and I love how firm her head is. Like, she doesn't have a loppy neck or anything. She's very much, she can stand on her own if you kind of lean her on something, and she's not gonna like bend over and flop over. She's very sturdy, which I like about a pattern as well. The next pattern I'm going to show you guys is, this is the most recent pattern, one of the most recent patterns I actually purchased from Melly, and this is Gideon the Gorilla. I have monkeys, but I've never done a gorilla, so I thought it would be a lot of fun to try out the gorilla. And I love how it has that sleepy body like Samba does, but he is a gorilla. I'm not sure I did the best at color options for him. I think I should have done a very different shade of face and claws and ears versus the body, but I was working on Samba and I had this color left over, so I just grabbed it. Not really thinking too much, but I think I will definitely have to do another one of these gorillas in darker colors to give those facial features a little bit more distinction. Can't tell as great on camera. You can see him, the distinction of the color changing much better in person, but he was pretty cool and I enjoyed making him. I like how she did the little toes and this little detail here. Very clever, and he's a lot of fun. He will hang out with me. We'll see how he does at his first market since I just made him. The next patterns with an S that I made were Seba and Savvy, the little lioness and lion. So here is the lioness. I am in love with them. These also have not been going into my markets. I've made these a little while ago, but I wanted to make them featured in this video, so I've been holding off on putting them in my markets because I also think they're gonna go pretty quick, and so I wanted to feature them first. I am in love with these. I kind of don't want to let them go. They are just so sweet. I love the size of them. I used Parfait Chunky for these guys, and they're just so little and sweet and lovable and adorable, and I'm just they're just, I love them. And you know, you have the distinct features of the little mane versus no mane, and then the tails are different as well. So you have this long swishy tail or this shorter puffy tail, but you get both of these patterns in the one. It's like a little bundle pack, and I always thought that Samba was my favorite, but I think they might be more of my favorite, just because I just love them so much. And I love the size. So obviously Samba was made with Sweet Snuggles Light yarn, so it is a little bit bigger just because it is bigger yarn. But this was made with Parfait Chunky yarn, so you can kind of see the difference in sizing when you do the difference in yarns, and it might be a little bit different in the pattern as well. I think these were the teeny items, where these are the sleepy items. So you can just see the difference in sizing. I really love the sizing of these guys. They're so sweet. They're definitely a top contender for me in a favorite pattern arena. All right, the last pattern that I did from Melly, and this is one of the newer patterns that she has put out, is this little Frankie Jr. leggy frog. What's he called? I think he's called the small froggy Frankie Jr. And isn't he so cute? I love him. You know, I'm a sucker for leggy frog, and this just kind of amplifies that leggy frog. The shaping of the head, the mouth, the little eyes jutting out, the shape of the body, just everything about him just screams adorable, and I love him so much. I'm going to be making multiples and in many different colors of this guy in my near future. He is just the cutest, sweetest little guy ever. So he is also up there when it comes to favorites, and I feel like the more I make him, the quicker he's gonna work up too. But he was pretty quick to make. Also a great one for using up some of that scrap yarn that you might have lying around your house, and it makes a pretty darn cute guy. You can get him as a single pattern, or you can get him as a combo. There's like a larger version of him. I just got him as the single just because I knew I would like his sizing as a smaller item versus the larger one, but there are like a couple different sizing options that you can go for him. So he's pretty cute. And that is all of the patterns that I have made from Melly, and there's many more that she has on her Etsy and free on her Instagram. So definitely give her a check out. She's also here on YouTube for videos. If you guys haven't heard of her already, I'm sure you probably have if you are in the crochet community. That is everything for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me try to get these guys in frame for you here. And look at this. They can like kind of just sit on each other and chill out. Isn't this so cute? I love this baby series she does. She also has like a birds, nerdy birds series, and all other things. I just haven't had a chance to make them all because I'm constantly making things, but there you go. That's everything. So thank you guys all for joining in and watching this video and loving on another creator with me. Everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was from such a far frame, but you know, Fred comes first over videos, and his comfort is very important to me. So he was comfortable the whole time, so that's all that matters. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below what your favorite pattern was that I showed you guys here. And also, if you've done a pattern by Melly before, let me know which one you guys have done or which one I should try out next. And I'll talk to you guys all on the next one. So see you later. Bye.